Take a look at this. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video to all of your friends. Now, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and today we will hopefully finish this tower summoner I was creating in the previous episode. And let's just quickly revise what we have done in the last episode, guys. So we just had scripted this. No. Wait. Let me just quickly take a look. Oh yeah, so we had scripted this summon system. So this system which picks the units, the towers, which need to be, which can be summoned at the end. And these are our summon units currently, and due to a lack of towers we only have 3 at this point, but we will hopefully increase it later on when we add more towers, guys. Alright, so so we have fire cliented this right here. Where is it? Yeah. Alright. Okay. Let's display. Alright, so okay. So we now need we need to display those towers which have been picked by that script. So we need to display them in our frame right here. And we can do that pretty easily by, first of all, let me just copy this one. So I'm just gonna modify it at this point. So remove this button right here. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's call this one summon frame. And let me just take a close look on what we have done right here. Frame control. Okay. Alright. So create the summon frame, which I have just done right here. And before we add this inside of our tower summoner right here, so inside of this frame, we first of all need to make sure that this frame is absolutely empty, because we do not want to have multiple viewport frames inside of this frame, okay, which overlap each other and which just share misleading information about those towers which can be summoned, okay? So we need to clear it up, and we do that by simply just looping through this one and just deleting everything which is not this UI grid layout, okay? So be in pairs. I'm going to use this for in pairs loop. And this again is the index, and this is the instance. So at this point, UI grid layout would be the instance, and our index would be 1, because this is the first item of this frame, okay? Okay, so we want to loop through this units display frame, so therefore we need to say script parent units display, so we refer to the frame by doing that. And we of course need to get the children, means we need to get the components inside of this frame. So Roblox calls these components as, so Roblox calls them children. And I consider it as a little bit of misleading maybe to beginners, because on the under the term children, you would not imagine any components or such, in my opinion. Okay. Okay, so now we are looping through this frame right here, and now we want to check if the thing we are currently at is not a UI grid layout. So UI grid layout. Okay, so this is the case if the thing is a UI grid layout, but let's add this not right here, and this, yeah, will only let through those things which are not UI grid layouts. So if that's the case, then we want to destroy this thing and keep the frame clean. Okay, so that's on how you clean the frame from old summoner images, summoner frames whatsoever. So just to prevent the share of misleading information regarding the summoner, etc. And now we want to copy those images of those towers inside of this frame, which can be summoned currently. So how do we do that? We have just created this summon frame right here, and it is pretty similar to the tower inventory which I've created some episodes ago. So we will of course copy the desired tower, place it inside of the viewport frame, and then enable this script. And then the script at this point, so I have explained it in a earlier video, this script will make the rest of the work by turning around the tower. Okay, so that's a plan, guys, and let's realize that plan. So let's go inside of here. Okay, now we have this units table right here. So just to clarify what's inside and just to make it more, well, more clear to you, the table, okay, so it is a table which contains the name of those summonable units or obtainable units, okay? And the table exactly looks like this, so you can just imagine it looking like this. Okay, so take a look at this output right here. So that's how this table looks like, guys, and this is the index, so where the numbers are, and the thing after this equals can be considered as the I. So I'm gonna create another for IV in pairs loop right here. So for IV in pairs, well, let's moreover call this summon T for summon tower, and we of course want to loop through this units table right here. So summon T is going to be the name of those towers, of those summonable towers, and the I is this. Okay, so the entry. Okay, so the first entry, the second entry, etc., guys. And yeah, so we are just looping through this table right here, and now we gotta clone a summon frame for each entry of this table. So let me call this one SF. Alright, so SF stands for summon frame, so game get service replicated storage. So we need to refer to the replicated storage, or to the summon frame to be exact, but to do that we need to refer to the replicated storage, guys, and that's the way on how you can do that. And now just summon frame, now copy this whole thing, so clone, I mean, and now you can just parent this one, means you can put it inside of this units display thing. So script parent units display, but before we do that, we want to clone the frame, the tower inside of this viewport frame, and we want to enable the script right here. So we need to do something else before. We need to find the desired tower, so we need to refer to this towers folder right here. So once again, the replicated storage, because this towers folder is inside of that. Okay, it's storage, and now towers, and now the name of the tower we want to pick out. So we get the name by referring to one of these right here, which are our summon T's. And then we can just simply say clone, okay? And now we can parent this one, means put it inside of the SF. No, not the SF, but the viewport frame inside of our summon frame. So we need to put it inside of this viewport frame, and then we can just simply enable the control script inside of this viewport frame, guys. So control disable false. Yeah, that's exactly how to do it. Okay, but before we just leave it as it is, we need to do some more things. So we need to delete this stats folder, for example, this control script and this indicator thing. So we need to just get rid of some components which were significant for the tower placement, etc. And we do not need them anymore. So I've just done it right here. So I'm just gonna copy it at this point. So tower, let me just replace these T's with tower. Also, we have forgot one more thing. So we need to change the name of our clone tower to tower, because this control script right here, where is it? Yeah, so it looks for something called tower, okay? And therefore we need to change this one to tower as well. Otherwise it would not recognize this tower and would not turn the camera all around it, okay? So that's the reason why. And now this thing should work. So let's just take a quick look at that. And as you can see, it has worked. Okay. So it has worked, guys. Let me just... some other things. Look, so as you can see, there's actually room for 8 frames, but we only have 3 towers, okay? And that's the reason why this whole thing looks so incomplete at this point. Because if you take a close look, so where is it? Yeah, so there we go. So there's actually room for a lot of more frames, or we could at least put these 3 more at the middle, but this summoner frame is supposed to carry 8 towers and not 3, okay? So it is actually still incomplete, and it will stay incomplete as long as we do not have enough towers, okay? And that's a problem, guys, and we need to get rid of it. So let me just finish this tower summoner pretty quick in this video, and then get to the other stuff. So tower creation or receiving cash or gems in the next episodes, guys. So as you might already notice, this series is heading towards its last episodes a little, so I can imagine doing well at least 5 to 10 more episodes, guys. Well, maybe not 10, but maybe 5 to 7 or 8 episodes, and then this series will be done, I think. All right. So we were now able to display the summonable towers. I'm not even sure if summonable is a term in English, but you know what I mean. So obtainable towers, guys. And let me just see if everything works fine by just changing this to, or down to 10. So we need to wait 10 seconds till a new tower, or till new towers are being selected for the summon, instead of 3,600 seconds, which are an hour, I think. Oh wait. I don't want to talk trash. Wait. Yeah, so an hour. Oh, my bad. So yeah, okay, so it does work, but they are only going to be the same towers because we only have 3, guys. But I'm gonna add more towers after this, I promise. Okay, so let's change this back to 3,600. Alright, now we need to add those summon buttons. So let's do that. So 2 buttons right here. The first one is going to be a single summon button, and the other one is going to be a multi-summon button. Okay, there we go. So these are our buttons. And now we'll recognize when they have been pressed, you know? So there we go. So script parent. So we're gonna refer to one of these first of all. So let's refer to the single summon one. So script parent single summon, mouse button 1 click, connect function. There we go. Okay, and now we are going to fire server, single summon. Yeah, so we're just going to fire server this flame. Now let's just copy this one and change the button right here to multi-summon, and then of course change the argument inside of here as well. So this is our remote event, guys. If you have no idea on what this one is, then watch my previous episodes, guys. because after that, you should have a clue on what a remote event is supposed to do, guys. So just some quick words. So this is going to be the task. The remote event is going to pass to the server script right here, and the server script is of course going to do that task for us. So I just like to work this way with those remote events right here. Okay, so we now have set up these two things. Now, where is it? Yeah, so this is our remote event, buy, sell, change, get summon info, and now the next thing is going to be else if value single summon So the tower inventory is created right here. What else is created? Okay. Oh, okay. So the gems are created inside of this one. So I've separated these two scripts right here. Well, okay. I'm just gonna keep them separated at this point. Maybe I will change it in a future episode, but let's just keep it as it is currently. Okay, so let's add a new variable which refers to the player's gems. Is it, or did I even call it gems? Yes, so I did it. Okay, so of course we want to check if the player has enough gems in order to summon. Okay, so we do not want to say that we take 5 gems for each summon, but do not even check for it, you know. And the reason why I did not check right here in this local script is because of exploiters. So they are able to spoof their amount of gems locally, so they can just easily get past or get through all of these checks you do in sort of a local script. Therefore you need to place these checks inside of a server-sided script, because they're not able to get access to that as long as you do not have another remote event which, I don't know, interrupts the check or something. But they usually are not able to do anything if I check for gems inside of the script, and that's the reason why I do that. Okay, so just for you to know, for your fellow developers out here. Okay, so we want to check for the amount of gems, so we have defined this variable right here. So we just simply check for gem value. So if this one is above 5 or is equals to 5, then we want to remove 5 and grant them access to the summoner. -5, so this diminishes the current amount of gems by 5, and now the rest is of course going to be the summon thing. Okay, so I'm still thinking on what we need to do. Yeah, so we need to pick one of those towers. Wait, where is it? Yeah, so this folder will of course not be empty at this point of time, and then we are just going to pick a random tower out of it. So local picked tower script summon get children, and then map random. So I'm going to explain this one, do not worry. Script summon get children. Okay, so we are defining a new variable called picked tower, and then we get the children of this, or get the components of this summon frame right here, and we want to get a certain component at a random entry. So I'm gonna let me just try to demonstrate this one. So let's say we have let's say we have those 4 towers. Okay, so these are just examples, guys. And first of all, when we get the children, you gotta imagine that we have a table which contains this, okay? And now what this thing does is it first of all selects one of these through the entry, okay? So this is the first entry, the second, the third, and the fourth. And this one requires, so the thing inside of these brackets requires a number, okay? And we are getting, or we are giving a number which is random, okay? So it picks out a random entry out of this table which contains all of the obtainable towers, guys. And this is the point where it creates a random number, and this random number goes from 1 to the amount of obtainable towers. And that's how the tower is being picked, guys. And we can even print out the name of that tower, so that's no problem. And yeah, so we have picked the random tower, and now we just need to fire client this whole thing. So send it back to the player. And whole thing single summoned. And the third argument is going to be the picked tower, or moreover the name of the picked tower. Well, let's first of all see if this has worked. As you can see, well, I do not have any gems left. Let me change that pretty quick. Okay, so the text is not changing as well. So there we go. So this has no rarity or anything, so everything is equal in terms of rarity and chances. So if you want to see a video in which we fix that, so we actually add a rarity or chance system, then just comment so, guys, because currently everything is equal in terms of chances and rarity. So where is it? Let me just change this gems text right here. This is pretty easy. So player, game player is local player, so we are defining a new variable which represents the player. Now script parent refers to this text label, so the text of this text label is going to be gems, and then the number, so the number of gems, of course, so we need to refer to the gems value. That's it. But now we need to make this script also react to changes. So once the gems have changed, then we want to apply the new text as well. And that's it, guys. Let's see if this works. So if the text actually adapts to changes, and yeah, it does. There we go. And I've just forgot something pretty significant. So we also need to create another integer value inside of our tower inventory. Means we are creating a new entry in our tower inventory, which of course is our new or newly or freshly obtained tower. So through this summon, of course. So int value, so we are basically creating a new int value inside of our tower inventory, so tower inventory, and the name of this tower is of course the name of our tower which we have just obtained, guys. And yeah, so that's it with the script, so with the single summon in this script, guys. And now we will deal with the rest. So yeah, making a unit walk out of this shiny thing, just making things look fancy, etc. Where is it, guys? Okay, so after pyroclienting this one, we should export it. So single summoned. Okay. Yeah, single summon. So if that's the case, then so what should happen? Of course, everything else. So these 3 frames are going to be disabled first of all. So I'm going to use this for impairs loop again. Script parent. Let me see. Okay, no children. So I basically refer to script parent. So to this one, just to gain access over these 3 frames right here. So we get the children again, and then we check if the thing we are currently at is a frame, because if that's the case, then we want to disable it, guys. And now to the camera positioning, etc. Where is it? So I'm just gonna group everything together. There we go. Come on. On. Look at this, guys, really. Alright, so this is our summoner right here, and now let's add a folder inside. Let's call this one cam. And now we need to insert two parts inside. So the first part is going to be the part to which the tower is walking towards to. So let's call this one walk run. Let's make this transparent and anchor this one, disable collision. And now the second part is going to be the spawn. I think that I'm actually going to set this one to can collide false, and yeah, just move it like this because I want to create some kind of effect which makes the player think that the tower is walking out of this white area, you know. So that's my plan. Okay, now let's disable the collision for this one as well, and just move it this way, and now it should create this kind of effect. Just make sure that both are anchored, collision is disabled, and they're transparent. Okay, now where's the script? Okay, there we go. So now we need to clone a tower. Oh, wait, there's still something we need to add. We still need to have some kind of camera part right here. Okay, so let's just see how it would look like. So first of all, let's set the camera up. So for those purposes, let's define our camera within a variable. So cam from camera. Now let's set the C frame to this. Okay, so we need to refer to that by doing workspace summoner cam1 C frame. And now let's just see if it works. So if the positioning is all right, and okay, it is not, because okay, pretty funny. Yes, so we forgot to set the camera type to scriptable. Let's just quickly do that. There we go. And the rotation is wrong. So we need to rotate this by 180 degrees to focus this whole thing on this scene right here. There we go. I'll put this a little bit more down. And now the positioning should be all right. Now let's move on with cloning the tower and making the tower walk towards the the perspective, the camera's perspective. So I'm gonna, yeah, we need to refer to this tower folder right here. So where is it? Yeah, right here. So game, get service, or we could just easily copy this one and just change summon t with units. So units is the name of our tower we have just picked through this, through summoning. Our parent workspace, and we still need to get rid of some things. So get rid of these things. Now we need to tower, humanoid, walk to. I'm actually not sure. Wait. Cam walk one. Position. Let's see if that has worked. Okay, walk to. I forgot the name of that function, guys. Give me a moment. Move to. Okay, it is move to and not walk to. Oh, and we need to set our humanoid root part C frame equals to the C frame of our spawn part we have created. Okay. Why isn't this working? Come on, stop picking gear 4. Okay, it does not work. Oh, because we have that body position still inside. Probably because of that. Our humanoid root part, body position, destroy. There we go. Okay, so it is walking out. But this whole thing is too big, to be honest. So let me try to shrink it down. Perfect. Really, it is incredible how this thing is not working as expected. Come on! Hmm. Cam C-frames. I'm still looking for a way to make this thing look a lot more cooler. Maybe changing the camera would help. Cam subject. Cool. Pretty cool. Very nice. Really good. I'm amazed how this thing is not working, really. Guys, so let's just change this material to something else. I don't know, I think I'm gonna change it to foil or something. Perfect. Okay, so what I've just done is, so I've just scripted this whole thing. So once you click on this thing, your tower walks out, and let me just increase this. So your tower walks out, and then you just go back to your view, and then later on in your inventory, you can view the tower you've just got. Okay, so that's what I've just scripted, and that's only the single summon, guys. And now let's script the multi summon right here. Wait, so multi summon only, no, where is it? Multi summon, yes. So let's say that you receive 5 towers, and so 25 gems. That's it. Okay, 5 towers only. Where is it? Single summon, multi summon. Okay, so now we need to create the code for the other task right here. So remember, when this button has been clicked, fire service multi summon. And now we need to check if the gem value is either over or equals 25. If that's the case, then we can proceed. And now we need to create another loop. So I'm going to create a for I loop in this case. So this will loop through 5 times. And now we will pick 5 towers each time, or it will pick a tower each time it loops through, means we will have 5 towers picked at the end. So I'm creating a table right here, which is empty at first, but now gets filled up by, or within this loop right here. So we basically say pick towers at this entry, okay, and what this entry exactly means is, so we get the length of the tower, which is 0 at this point, plus 1, so 1. So it will override the first entry with whatever is after this symbol right here, okay? And if you would have had an entry right here, let's say you, no, let me just put something else. Let me put this one, okay? So this number right here. So if we would have had this number right here at the beginning, then it would get the length of the tower, which is 1, because we only have 1 entry inside, plus 1. So it would overwrite the second spot, okay, so this one. And it would just move on, okay? So in the first loop, of course, the first entry is being, used. Then in the second loop, the second entry, etc. So we could as well just, instead of doing this, we could have just do this. Okay, this would do the same. I think that I would even do it. So I'm just gonna keep it. It is right now. Okay, and then what we want to add inside of here is, of course, this. So what this is, I've just explained it to you guys. So just go back to the point of the video where I'm explaining this one, but you should know what that is. Okay, so that's on how you add it inside of this table right here, but we also need to create the tower value inside of our tower inventory. So we can just take this over right here. So it is creating an int value, and now we need to get the name somehow. So we basically do that by doing this. Okay, so we just get the name. No, wait. Oh, never mind. It is alright, because, so we are getting the value of the entry, which is equal to the index. So we are basically getting the value and then its name. And that's just it. And now we can pirate client again. But this time, instead of single, multi-summoned, and then instead of pick tower name, picked towers. That's it. So now we can create another task right here. So single summoned, well, instead of single summoned, multi-summoned. And now just for the beginning, let's print out the units which have been picked. So I'm just curious about that. Okay, it is empty. Very funny. Cool. Why is it not picking anything? Like, what is even going on, really? Just do this instead, maybe this will help. Very good. Really, I really like it. Ah, my god. I'm of course being sarcastic at this point because, like, for real, why isn't this working, guys? Why? Print pick towers, maybe. Yeah, so you are able to print this out. Why aren't you passing them through? Probably, well, that's my theory, because we are not storing names, but we are storing values, and that's a problem, because I do not think that we are able to pass instances through a Fire client. So instead of, yeah, doing this, we just need to add this dot name at the end. Now instead of having this dot name right here, we can just remove it, and then everything should work fine. There we go. Now it is able to, well, print this out, because we are not passing instances anymore. I don't know why Roblox has added this kind of thing, but, well, it is there and we need to take care of it. Okay, now to this local script right here. So once this whole thing has been multi-summoned, we are going to do the same as we are already doing with the single summon. So regarding the cameras and such. And now we can just loop through this units table right here. And now just take over this. Our units. So instead of units, we put V. And yeah, that's actually it. Now at the end, we can put this, and then this whole thing is done, hopefully. Okay, Naruto, Zoro, okay, towers. So just to verify that this has worked, let's just print out these units again. Okay, so Zoro, Naruto. Now Naruto, yeah, there we go. Now Zoro again. and 0 again. Yeah. Yeah, so gear 4 is, well, not rotated correctly, and that's an issue, guys. I have to see if I can take care of it, but it has to do with the way I've built it back then. I think fixing it would mean that I would need to, well, either rebuild it or re-upload it with the correct rotation, or, well, I don't know. I just need to think of a way to do it, guys. But this thing does work. Okay, guys, so this works. Now, the final thing I would like to do in the last minutes is to, be able to close. Or wait. Should we able? Let me duplicate this button. Let's call this summon. Okay, so I think that I'm gonna make this frame be be openable through clicking on the button. So where is it, guys? Come on, we're almost done. Inventory, summon. Well, before we do that, let me just quickly go through what we've done right here. So I think, okay, so I've explained this already. We are just looping through this GUI and just checking if the thing we're currently at is a frame, because when it is a frame, then we want to make it invisible. And yeah, so this is the point. So we are just defining a variable for the camera, and then we are setting the camera type to scriptable, making the player unable to move the camera. And right here we are setting the C frame of the camera to this point, so that you are able to see your units walk out of this white path or this white thing. And yes, so this is the point where we cloned the tower. You have just summoned, disabling some stuff, removing some stuff which is unnecessary, and then just spawning it inside of this white thing here, and making it walk to this point. Okay, so that happens right here, and then after 2 seconds the tower is being destroyed and the camera is being reverted to its default state. So we are setting the camera type to custom and the C frame to the player's head, and then we are making the summoner frame visible again. And the same thing happens in this multi-summon thing, so the both things are the same. And now we are just creating a loop which loops through this units thing and creates a tower for each summoned unit. So that's what happens right here. And then at the end, of course, we are setting everything back to default. So that's it with this script. Now let's quickly make this tower summoner frame able to be closed. So let's clone this thing. This is for the inventory button. So let's just change everything up right here. All right, and now it should work. Let's close this thing. Let's open this one, and my inventory is full with, yeah, it's full with towers. So I'm just gonna delete them. Yeah, so as you can see, full with, come on, Roblox is again being funny. Yeah, come on. Okay, so my inventory is empty, as you can see. Now let me just do a multi-summon. Our first tower, second tower, and I'm gonna, yeah, remove this text above the head. Okay, now last tower, and okay, there we go. Now, and these are my towers which I've just summoned, guys. Okay. Okay. Alright. So let me just quickly delete this level text above the head, and that's it, guys. So this is it with the video. So we have successfully just finished this tower summoner thing finally after a couple of episodes. And yeah, so I hope that you have enjoyed it, guys. You can of course change the thing up if you want to, use it however you want to. Do not give me credits or anything. I don't need that. So just be happy with it. I'm happy that I'm able to help you guys. And yeah. So if you have any questions regarding this video, drop them down in the comment section, guys. Give me feedback on this video. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, guys. Share this video to all of your friends. And yeah, there's a link to this Uncopy Lock place in the description, guys. So if you want to take anything, then feel free to do it. Go to the link in the description, edit the Uncopy Lock place, and take whatever script you want to take, guys. And yeah, that's it with the video. Take care, and see you in the next video, guys.